Hey YouTubers, how many times have you had this conversation or heard friends that have had this conversation go something like this? Man, I would really like to start playing D&D. I can't afford that. Look at the books. It's $40 for just the player's handbook, and then I have to buy minis and dice? Well, to me, that's one of the biggest lies that's ever been told about D&D. And today, you can find out how you can get started playing D&D without investing any money at all. My name's Matt, and you're watching Dungeon to Table. And today we're going to look at three things that people often see as a barrier to entry based on cost alone. And I'm going to show you ways around that, because the biggest thing you're ever going to bring to the table is yourself. First off, let's tackle the I can't afford the books. Dungeons to Dragons has made great strides in ensuring their content's available to everybody. One of the biggest things that they've done for me anyway is bring us the D&D Beyond website. Over at D&D Beyond, they make weekly content available. You can see what's going on around the community. You can see the official live stream sponsored by D&D. But honestly, the biggest thing, if you're just getting started, is going to be the free content under the rules. Go to dndbeyond.com, look under sources, and click on basic rules. As you can see in the upper right of the page, I'm not logged in. This content's available for everyone, whether or not you want to log into D&D Beyond, whether you want to purchase additional content, that's up to you. But at the very least, to get started, all you need to do is log in here, take a look at the step-by-step character creation, pick your race, your class, and so on. I will say that not everything is available. What you get is the basics. You get how to play a character. You get the most common subclass for each of the character classes. But you know what? It'll get you started and you can move on from there. The next thing that people may have trouble finding is dice. I've played with plenty of people in areas where they couldn't afford dice or they're waiting on it to arrive. Not everyone has a friendly local game store they can go down to and pick up some discount dice. If you're using just a laptop or a tablet, there are sites you can get to like this rolls.org where you can come in, simply roll the dice online. If you need to change that, just modify it, hit enter, it'll roll that for you as well. If you prefer to use your phone, just look up dice roller apps on your Android or Apple store. They're available. And then third, minis. We've all seen streams where people are showing, these fantastically painted miniatures for their characters, or maybe it's, the Dwarven Forge terrain that's got the glowing lights and the fog sound effects and so on. But you don't need these. There are many, many ways to play D&D, and minis are only part of it. A lot of people choose to use theater of the mind, and this is just a strict storytelling concept. The DM describes what things look like. The players put cinematics with their words to indicate how their attacks go or what they're doing, and everyone just imagines things. It's kind of like reading a book, or better yet, listening to an audiobook. No terrain, no minis required. But that's not for everybody. Some people do better with visual cues. Sometimes you want to think through strategy and tactics. For that, you may want some kind of visual landscape that everyone can look at and make sure they're seeing the same picture. Still, you don't need to go buy pricey WizKids minis or go shop at Dwarven Forge and spend all of your Christmas money. There are some perfectly reasonable ways around these. Let's go back to the browser. One thing I highly recommend for minis or terrain, if that's what you're looking for, go to the DM's Guild. It's ran by Drive-Thru RPG in partnership with Wizards, dmsguild.com. I'll put all the links down below. Simply search for printable mini, and you'll get a number of super cheap little paper cutouts you can print out and fold. You can do the same thing for terrain. Some of the terrain is actually marked free or pay what you want. These are great ways to get started. I use them in my own home game. It's one of the things that my husband actually does for us is he'll print out little mini terrain pieces. This is one we used this last weekend. It's just a simple crate. They have some larger ones. You can get little pieces of wall. They're great. They look just fine on the board, and they help everyone see what's going on. So don't let money be an obstacle to your starting a game with your friends, going out and having some fun. Remember, no matter how much money you have, it's at the end of the day going to be your personality and your creativity that lead people to want to play with you. So this is Matt, Dungeon to Table. You're always welcome at our table. And if you liked what you saw today, go ahead and give us a subscribe, and I'll put all the links to the resources in the video description. Hey, have some fun.